Hey guys and girls, Pokesing King here, back again with another video. This time we have a PSA submission. It's been a while since we've had a PSA submission, actually, a long time. Not since 2021 now, but I haven't submitted anything to them since. I've just been doing BGS, of which I do actually have a return next week, so there'll be another video of a Beckett's return, which is a mix between Weiss and Flesh and Blood. I am still collecting Flesh and Blood, I've sort of decided to just grade what I have for now because I've got a lot of stuff that I want to grade, and I'm just kind of trying to appreciate the collection that I have. But in terms of this PSA submission, I sent this with collectible power. I cannot express how good they are. They are just, extremely professional. Very regular updates. Better updates than I've seen with any of the other ones. Of course, there's a lot of good options out there, but collectible power is the one that I decided to go with post sort of lug kids and graded gem, purely just because I had a good chat with them and I was comfortable submitting with them. There are other couple of companies that are very good and very professional, and you'll have no issues, I think, with submitting with them. A lot of friends use other companies as well, but I just like the fact that I know that this is going to be something that's going to be a bit of a problem in the future, submitting using middlemen, and collectible power have another business on the side. This grading part of it is only like 10% of their actual business, so I know that if anything happens, they've still got a very good successful business. So yeah, we'll go straight into this. This was again sent in the Halloween specials of October, so extremely quick turnaround times. So I believe this should be, I can't even remember actually, it's been a while. Okay, so this isn't in the order that I thought they were going to be. I think it's going to be backwards, but I don't really care, to be honest. So we got a Pikachu. People generally go through for these cards. I mean, there's smudges because of my fingers. It's not bad. You can see some, there is some damage to the corners, so I'm probably going for an 8. Yeah, an 8, which is pretty standard. It's a bit OC as well. It's from my collection, so this would have been pulled from one of the blisters when I was younger. There is edge wear there, and it is off-centered. So an 8 is a fair grade for this card. I think on a good day it might get a 9. But it is a very pretty card nonetheless, and I'm absolutely very happy to add this to my collection. Pikachu is my favourite, as everybody knows, and I'm slowly but surely submitting all my Pikachus to PSA. Mostly the ones I have doubles of, because I kind of do like the Pikachus in the binder. So there's a few Pikachus in here, which we have another one here. So this is from Soul Silver Collection, first edition. I opened up a box of Soul Silver and Heart Gold, the Japanese, a few years ago, which is actually on this YouTube channel, I think back in 2017. Quite a few years ago now, 6-7 years ago. So this got a 10. Oh wow, that's good. I'm pretty certain that anything I pulled from these boxes should be 10s, because Japanese quality, if you compare this era, I mean, it's a bit hard because one's a foil promo, but they do kind of match because they are both Heart Gold, Soul Silver era. So a 10 I'm very happy with. I actually have the English version to submit and the Pokemon Day version, which is in my next PSA submission. So hopefully I have, and I have a reverse as well, so I'll have like sort of one of each, which is really nice. But a 10 on that is fantastic. We will try to sort these the best we can. We'll have an 8, 9, 10, and anything lower. I'm going to keep the Weiss Schwartz to the end, just because I want to continue with the Pokemon. So Blastoise, I think there's 2 of these in there. Or 2 of the mega ones. Basically, the populations on these are really low because this is from the 20th anniversary. This video might be a bit long, so I apologise, but I want to give a little bit of story to the cards that I'm submitting here. This is for my documentation as well as for anybody's enjoyment. I was in Japan at the time of release of 20th anniversary, and I went really hard on 20th anniversary. But the decks was... they were randomised like the original Japanese decks, and you can get Charizard, the Mega Venusaur, and Blastoise. But the Blastoise one, the population is so low, they actually weren't advertised in the back of the box, so I think they were harder to pull. So I'm everything looks good. So, yeah, it's a 10. I thought this was going to get a 10. Again, Japanese quality is just superior. And if you look after your cards properly, generally you should be getting 9s and 10s all day. So that's a really nice card, actually. Again, I purely graded it probably to sell or trade, just because I'm not. It doesn't fit my sort of collecting goals, but it's a lovely card nonetheless. Very happy to get that in 10. I'm going to need a drink because I'm going to be talking a lot. So this means that there's another one, and it got a 10 as well. So I'm not sure what the population on this is, but it's fairly low. So sequential 10s is really nice. It's part of the reason why I submitted them, because I looked at the Venusaur and the Charizard submission populations, and these are like significantly less because they were just hard to pull. So when I realised that going through some of my binders, and this is the Mega, and it got a 10 as well. I'm not going to go too long on some of these cards, just because I'm not going to be looking at some of these cards maybe because they're a bit older, and but these are pack fresh. Mega Blastoise again, really nice card. Very nice to join the. Okay, so Premium Champion Pack Mewtwo got a 10, nice. I expected this. It's such a nice card. This one is a really nice card. I'm not sure I'll let this go, just because Mewtwo's a cool Pokemon, but it's probably why I'll keep one of these Blastoises. Just come from the memory, I do remember I was in Japan when I pulled this myself, and I was in Japan in 2019, 3 years after that, and I'm in Japan in 3 weeks. So every couple of years I try to go. Did I miss that? Oh no, that's a different one. Okay, so this is the other Mega, and this got a 10 as well. This is the 20th anniversary one, so you can see I should have probably submitted them in next to each other because that'd have been cool. But they are cool nonetheless. Yeah, again, all this was pulled by myself, so I do look after my stuff. Again, the same with this. 10 as well, Groudon. Very nice indeed. A lot of this stuff, I've got so much stuff to submit. 10, yeah. It's not all going to be 10s. It's just I know that this era is just I look after my cards. I always have, and all this stuff you should be getting good grades on. Okay, so this is where it's going to start being like I'm not sure because this is off center, for sure. This is off center, so we got a 10 as well. Okay, all right. I mean, it's not massively off center. You can tell a little bit. I suppose it's not. It's probably 55, 45 sort of thing. Lovely card though, really nice card. Some of these cards I was trying to sell raw and people weren't buying, so I thought, you know what, I'll just grade it and then people will want it when it's graded. And if not, it's a lovely card in the collection. These Dream League cards are really nice. Dream League has gone up substantially. I've still got a fair few boxes sealed, which I'm so thankful for. But it really is a very good set. It's the strongest Sun and Moon set and probably top 5 sets in the last 10 years. Very nice indeed. So we have the Piplup, which got a 9. That's a bit more off-centered. You can tell that from top to bottom and left to right, which is fair enough. We can't get 10s on all of it. I'm going to move that there now so we can. So that's a nice card nonetheless, though. Very pretty card. I'll move that there. So next we have Vaporeon. This is when it's going to start getting the potential for lower grades, just because. All honesty, I did check the condition of these cards before sending, but I did rush it a bit, so we'll see. This got a 9, which is fair, I think. My camera isn't great. If I'm looking off camera, the corners are fine. I see no scratches. Centering's not too bad either, so. But it's a bit off, but 9's fine. I mean, it's 2008, which makes this 15 years old now, which is quite depressing, actually, if you're my age or older. I'm 28 this year. But it's a lovely card nonetheless. Bonds of the End of Time, first edition. Very nice. Leafeon, 2014, 10. Oh, that's nice. Rising Fist, which is Furious Fists in us. Nice Leafeon. I think I sent the Glaceon as well. Yeah. Which got a 10 as well. Okay, I'm really happy because they're sequential. Sequential Leafeon and Glaceon. I'm a big fan of these. When they released them in Majestic Dawn, they had the theme decks for these, which was really nice. Big fan. What else do we got? We got an Eevee. Oh, I got a 10. Okay, that's Bonds the End of Time. Again, these cards have been sitting in my binder since pretty much 2008. Those that know me very well know that I was a binder collector predominantly for Japanese for years, and my binders are just full of all this early to mid-era stuff, which is when I was in my prime of collecting. So it's nice to start grading. Bonds the End of Time again. Flareon. Do you know what? I'm a bit disappointed now the Vaporeon got a 9, actually. It is just the centering, I think. It is, but I'm happy. They're lovely cards, they really are. I don't actually have the Jolteon, which is a shame. I think we're grading. For me, I didn't want to buy the Jolteon to grade it to try get the set, because then it defeats it. Right, this is a sequential set, so I'm going to move that here. So we got a 10 on the Charizards, a 10 on the Blastoise, and a 10 on the Venusaur. This is one of the sets that I wanted. They're not too expensive at all, but just a set of that in 10 is nice. And I feel like I have my EX set in display, which I graded the Charizard actually, and that was quite a hard set to complete. So it's really nice to have. They are very nice cards, and the shine of these GXs, I think, are really going to go down well with people. And actually, I need to move these because they're 10s. This is probably not going to be any 10s now because you can see the old back. But to have that stack of 10s is mad. I've never had or seen a stack. Right, this is definitely not a 10. This is off-centered as hell, you can see that. A 9? Wow, okay. I mean, there's nothing actually wrong with the card apart from it being off-centered. And I did grade my first submission in 2020 was the 2 Espeons, the one from Neo 2 and the Dark one. And they both got 9s, and I ended up sending them because I wasn't too attached to them. But I didn't grade this one specifically because I thought it was going to get an 8 because of the centering, or it was going to be like an OC grade, but they don't do OC anymore. So I'm surprised I got a 9, but I suppose they don't knock off too much for OC. Right, this is a big one. Oh, a 10, yeah. I'm so happy this got a 10. I actually had I've got an MGC copy of this, and I sold it. And somebody was really keen to buy it off me, and was offering less than what I wanted, and then I'd sold it for what I wanted, and then he regretted it. So maybe he'll want to buy this, but I don't know if I'm going to part with this, honestly, because I pulled this again myself, and it's such a nice card. UEX 9, yeah, no, I figured that. Black and white was the era that it dipped a bit. I don't know though. These corners look fine to me. Maybe it's the centering, probably the centering. Such a nice card though. Mew's my favourite. I got the MGC copy of this because I was grading for MGC a bit because I had the subscription sort of thing. But 9 is a fair grade. It's such a nice card. 2012. I do remember this year very vividly. Black and white was such a great era. Okay, right. So these are going to be hard. I think these are hard to go. Wow, okay. I was going to say, I don't know how, I've never graded an E-Series card like this. This is a winner stamped from 2004. So during the Pokemon League, if you won the league, you would get the winner stamp cards. And I think there's a Flygon in here as well. I picked these up years ago, like sort of many years ago when I was collecting this era of stuff. And these are very expensive now. I think in just near mint raw, these are up 100, up to 100. So So get that in a 10 is very nice. I think the population is quite low. But it's such a pretty card. E-Series is just so good. Is this the... this is the non... it's got a 9. That's this point. That's the non-stamped one, so you can see the difference. All it is a winner stamped, and this is a 10, this is a 9. Okay, you can see why. Look, there's a little nick at the top left, which is absolutely fine. That's worthy of a 9 grade. So is this the Flygon? This is the non-stamped Flygon, and it's got a 10. And there's a swirl there. Look at that swirl. Very pretty card. E-Series Flygon. Again, same set, but just not the winner stamped. I can't remember if I don't think I graded the winner stamp one. I think it wasn't perfect. And this got a 9, which is fine. Again, this is part of the EX era stuff. I've got hundreds and hundreds of stamped cards like this that I'm going to grade eventually. All the populations are very low because people just don't have them in near mint to mint condition anymore. Corners look fine to me. It's a bit hard on camera, honestly. Maybe just the centre and a little bit, but that's fine. Again, this is a card that's going to be in my collection for a while, until I grade another copy. I've got quite a few, so I'll just rotate them. But this is a very used artwork for this Deoxys, from EX Deoxys, because I think this was in the deck and the DVD. So there's quite a few copies of it, I think. And we got Dream League Lily, which is a 10. I knew that. I graded the copy before and it had a 10. So, and then last card is a Galarian Ultra, a 7. Wow. Wow. A 7. It must really not like the population of these cards. 7. There must be a dent or something. But I thought that drops it down below a 5. I mean, this is pack fresh, so this just shows the quality of Pokemon. You should not be getting a 7 on a pack fresh card. And I can clearly prove that I look after my cards because this stack of 10s right here. I know the centering is off for the front. I mean, the center is off on the front. Like, it's quite a big center, but 7... I don't think it's too far off the Espion that we had, which got a 9. Well, that's definitely getting cracked because I'm not interested in keeping this in a 7. I'll just put it in my binder then. That's the lowest grade we got. So, and then we got our 2 White Swartz cards, which I don't know what we're going to get. 9, yeah, that's fine. I think I graded these with PSA because I knew they weren't going to get a high grade with BGS. And I'd rather a PSA 9 than a BGS 9, which is a silver label. So yeah, it's a lovely card. It goes in my collection. White Swartz, one of the first SAO sets. If not the first. It's either the first or second SAO set, 2013. It's one of the very early White Swartz sets. And then this got a 9 as well, 2020, yeah. This one I picked up for like £20 off Macari, I think. So it was pretty much going to get... Oh, look, that's a 300. That's quite cool. So yeah, considering... I mean, these are the stacks here. I did well. My last submission, there was a lot of like 0.5s. They were really going handy with the 0.5s at one point, and I had like 7.5, 6.5, 8.5. It was that like COVID year, so I don't think they were sure. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody if you're watching this. You know, PSA returns are always fun to do for yourself and to watch as well. And I'm now going to appreciate these cards because obviously they're my cards. So thank you all for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe as always, and have a great day.